Hello everyone, we're back with Final Fantasy
Beyond
XIV.
Abelarthia's spine, the
We
great
made it to
mountain range
Dravania.
that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Sohm, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind.
Dragons.
To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Chocobos. I guess. Oh, I already see an ether current there. Gotta get it as fast as possible. First we talk to Izael. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Sohm will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest, oh god, at the village up ahead and see what we are properly provisioned. Oh, that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? Can we appreciate the music for a second? It's so good. Oh, fucking beautiful. The wild chocobo's tail feather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Sohm, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sword, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. True though, I mean, we kinda gotta hurry, right? Oh, my cat is so cute! Okay, I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye! So we made it to Tail Feather, and here is Sohm. Sohm. I don't know how to say it, but we'll find out maybe. Well, tell my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Yes, you do. And if it ain't the lovely Izael, it's been too long, girl. That it has, Sohm. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Sohm. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Izael not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Salium trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see, thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now I know it won't stop Izael here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Well, what's west? Got some new gear. Ah! Oh my, I look hot. I'm sorry. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody Gnath. Okay. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalocarp and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for realms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Gnath's home territory. Okay. It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Gnath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? I was in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its buzz. I don't know. It was when I chanced upon Hraesvelgr. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past. His presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Sohm found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying these Gnaths were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are the fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile indeed. We were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then, what of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for some owl and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sohm, shall we? Yes, we shall. I'll see you guys there. Right, so we made it here. I guess the Gnath are ready for us. See, that's the beauty of having a chocobo that can fight for you. This dude almost defeated just by my chocobo. Oh, okay. I guess I have to continue myself. Bye-bye. Made it! Should we chance to meet Sohm again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect enough, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Elfino. The structure is in fact over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Lura, pray reason with these two. How the fuck am I supposed to? Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed. I mean, I guess our goals are the same. Like, we don't want a war, right? Like, no one wants war. Quiet, lest you forget. Our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Lura's gift and time. The secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel with Lura's visions, confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me out. But make me not. Our meeting with Hraesvelgr will likely provide the catalyst Lura's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. No, I mean, I kind of get it, but I also kind of feel like, I mean, if it needs me, like, if what is needed is me meeting a dragon, I feel like, I mean, couldn't he also, like, make a false memory or vision or whatever? I mean, look at what Midgardsormr did. Like, he just took fucking, Eidolon from me, you know? I don't know. Spy you the three great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Anix Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hraesvelgr's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, it actually interrupted it. Okay. I'll try again. Okay, part 2. Spy you blah blah blah. If we are to reach the peak of Sohm, then we must first besiege these dragons to open the way, but do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Gnath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Which means I defeat everything, and they just walk there easy breezy. Well, I see you guys there. Alright, we're here. And I see dragons already. This is our fear. The road ahead is teeming with Gnath soldiers. Master Sohm did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Gnath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept it. I mean, I have to accept it. Alright, I'll go fight them. Be right back. Alright, we're back here. We made it. Looks pretty cool. I take no pleasure in killing the Gnath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word of the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation, come then. I mean, isn't it understandable? Like, no? It doesn't start a fight, but I mean, if they would attack him, like, he would fight back.
Vidofnir!
Dragon.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Gnath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
That's
Dear
calming.
Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgr in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Sohm.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one.
Little one is
But
cute.
I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Gnath's god.
The Gnath have summoned a primal.
Ooh.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Yes, very much.
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
I mean, they got some huge-ass dragons and they still can burn down Ishgard. I mean, Daenerys did it with three big dragons. Like, they have like thousands of small dragons and like some big dragons, you know?
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Wait, Daenerys did it with 2 dragons even. Just saying. In like an afternoon. They take 1,000 years. So, I don't know. Like, they don't seem that competent to me. So the Gnath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends, after all you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough, I say. If the Gnath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you're right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Master Sohm. He knows more of the Gnath and their culture than most. Why do we need to know that? Like, I'm gonna be the one fighting it anyways. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye. And we're here with Master Sohm. Back already, are we? Ah, met the Gnath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Okay, I don't even let him finish. That's fine. Summon a primal, you say. 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Gnath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we border with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. That means I have to do shit for them. That sounds promising, and what exactly would Gnath consider to be the right incentives? Well, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or 2, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You want a good-sized jar of land-trapped nectar, a basket of Calium tree fruit, and always, in our favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. That leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big chunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you need to set it down at what they call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Sohm. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Hilarious. Alright, let me get the flesh and we will see each other at the Gnath. Alright, we made it. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Isel's help. Do you have a non-commit? Oh, the non-commit. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitable, generous-looking hamper for the Gnath. Sounds amazing. The non-mind. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Where I of the Gnath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded the signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphano. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, cadam tree fruit, and nanka flesh. Hey, I'm excited. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. Sounds amazing. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes, come, it is not far. Can't they just tell us? You know? Alright, see you guys there. Alright, we're here. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Wrath, we are the non-mind. Okay. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone, what strange hunters you are, but if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Wrath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Gnath's god, of the god the one mind summoned in our midst. The one mind, these are the Gnath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story at its beginning. It's gonna be quite some reading for me. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. It was likely one that had fled to battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed man. The one mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Gnath lands, and the ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Wrath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Sounds good. Damn. Ooh. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Gnath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a sign of the Seventh Dawn, once sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Gnath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequence of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior of light to her death? I love that Estinian is literally the first person that is like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, scions? You have the right of it, Estinian. To would seem it is who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Laura. I do not fear my duty. I mean, I don't, but I also kind of want to be like, yeah, screw you, man. You'll keep doing that. Wait, Laura need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Of course she's gonna nail this. Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters, we know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vav and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Yeah. Damn. I love Estinian. No. We are aware of the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Oh my gosh, I don't think you guys need to see that. Alright, we're back. I had to get some more meat because they're greedy as hell. The Therefore want to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Gnath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. And obviously, Alphino in the end summarizes what they have said. So, yeah. These Gnath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in this smaller hive, however, are the Vav, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Gnath counterparts. Thus are the Vav ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions. And of the nature of their own god, in summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vav did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Gnath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Let's go. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Gnath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Laura? Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Aphno. Then it is settled, Laura. You and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. Okay, let's do this stupid plan, shall we? Alright, so I had to fight a few now, set the entrance there, and that's pretty much it. The Overmind must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us pass on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Let's go. See you guys there. Alright. Here we are. That should be sufficient. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Why do I have to steal my mind? I'm always ready. You're prepared then? Yes. Let's go. Hold here, Laura. When next enough come, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. Is there ever some voice acting again? They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us, passing loud as it not. I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be as amused. Alright. Voice acting. Please.
Now we have but to wait.
Thank you.
O Lord Dravania, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
Imagine they're just delusional. They didn't even summon a primal.
He comes.
Sorrow only has 3 swords set to this 4. Sick. Got him.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Gnath lands.
Hear me, Lord Dravania. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Gnath concern thee so, Elezen? Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Dravania. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Gnath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Gnath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Gnath.
Who is we?
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Dravania, fourfold Master of the Blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
That's a coolest sword, though. I love that she has to do some ridiculous poses for an attack. Rip.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Well, she didn't put up much of a fight, did she?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Damn, I look so good in that outfit.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Let's go. Well, let's go right ahead and defeat Ravana. I'll see you guys then. And we're entering. Ooh. Oh yeah, the music in this one is so good. And I love that he literally got in the arena to fight us, and with Shiva he was like, Am I main tanking?
Dance to the song of ringing steel. Furious as a
What is that? I forgot. Far away, I guess.
Finish! Bleed! Feel my blades!
Should I be behind him, maybe?
I am invincible! Bleed! Wilt thou yield? Take wing, ye souls of war! Prepare thyself! Rejoice in the glory of combat! Unyielding of the earth! Bested me.
Yay, we did it!
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Just now?
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Gnath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Well, well. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Laura. Well, this time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. Let's go do that. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, let's see. Alright, we made it back to Elfino. Laura, Lady Azael, thank the 12. Lord Dravania, you say, how curious that the Dwarf never mentioned his name, and you are quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle I must attribute to Laura. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light. Unlike some, you were gone so long that myself no here nigh lost his wits with worry. Fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Damn. Yesenia, was that truly necessary? Yes. Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidofnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Hraesvelgr. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Destinium. For all his experience and intellect, Elfino is still but a boy. It was just, like, it's not even that bad. Like, damn. Don't be so buttered about it. I mean, it's sweet that someone cares about you, know? Shall we be on our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Well, see you guys there. Alright, we're back at Annex Shrine. And we're talking to Vidofnir. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Gnath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Laura's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Dravania, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he will keep. The Gnath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attempt me, mortals. Hear you on to the deepest reaches of morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Sohm. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Yeah, I'll be back when I'm there. It's a long walk, so yeah, see you guys. Alright, we made it here. Finally. Oh, it's such a long way to get here. And I was getting all the ether currents so far, so yeah. That's cool though. When this quest is over, we got all the ether currents here, thankfully. Oh my gosh, I thought we get voice acting. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Som'al's summit for thee and thy companions. Let's go. Heed me now, children of men. The domain you seek to enter have not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both where you, the minions of Nidhogg, during your ascent, for this certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check. Lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open, let us not tarry here. A moment, shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiaman herself is set to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. She's gonna be offended by it. Spoken like a true butcher, need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. And 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hraesvelgr. But I said nothing of Tiaman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as a Sir Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. Then why is she still trying to talk to him? Like, she keeps saying, like, oh, you're beyond redemption, you're a lost cause. Like, yeah, then just stop reasoning with him. Like, no. We'll accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hraesvelgr, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they just attack us, like, you know, what are we supposed to do? I mean, we can try to tell them that we want peace, but if they want to fight, then they want to fight, you know? That's what it is. In the end, it's about thousands of people and thousands of dragons, you know? Or hundreds, I don't know. Many in the end. But yeah, I will see you guys in Som'al. See you guys there. Bye-bye. We're in Som'al. Let's go! Let's get to the dragons, shall we? Hey, we got Santa with us. Nice beard. level up. Alright, we're not doing too bad. I think. That's a big dragon. Teomon, consort of Nidhogg, we beseech you, grant us safe passage to the mountain summit. We mean no harm. As I thought, plan to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to its conclusion, you know what must be done. Not wrong. Such rage and rancour, is there truly no other way? No. Apparently not. I mean, she tried to tell them, right? Ooh. Ooh, second one. Getting back to whatever. We're getting our power back. That's what I meant. Laura! Damn, I love that shirt on her. It looks so good. Should seem Tioman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Dun dun dun. Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then. His fury bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But the damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance, or Saint Shiva, when will it end? I mean, you know, both sides have to be like, we kind of want peace, you know? I mean, apparently the Ish Guardians are pretty open to that.
To the peak of Sohm, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands, floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
No. Alright. Oh, we're in the Sea of Clouds. That's cool. And we have some friends here, if I remember right. Like maybe in here, you know? Moogles. Does that sound familiar? We have reached it at last, the peak of Sohm. It is said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I fought the cold in the curves, but the air here carries the chill of 12 winters. We can fly into the Dravanian Forelands, but we're not in the Dravanian Forelands anymore. I hate that. That it always unlocks flying whenever you're done there. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. They're so cute. I can. What manner of creature is that? It's a Moogle. Nora, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Heavensward. I certainly never expected to see one in the Churning Mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. They're so cute. Okay, let's go follow them. And here we are. Ah, he's gone, Nura. We must widen our search. Look at that. It looks so cute. So fluffy. Okay, I'll look for... Alright, we looked around. We don't see anything. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Maybe. Oh my gosh, do we have to go back to Gridania to ask them if they know something about them? Confound it, could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles? I'm certain Hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhoggs with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Zale, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Elfno? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Dora, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles kin in the Heavensward. After that business with Mooglemog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Thok senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Lura, let us make haste for Gravania and rendezvous at Nofika's altar. But I neglect to tell you. There is nephrite of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray, do not forget to use it. Already did. Oh, I look so cool, man! I mean, maybe it's just me, but... I mean, except for the hands and legs, but... The top, though... It's so cool. Alright, I'll see you guys at Nofika's altar. Right, we are here. I sent word to the Elder Seatsier upon arriving in Gravania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the 12 Moogles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance. Yeah, yeah. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hail with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seatsier, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. I see, so you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists. I say Kupo. Whoop whoop. Greetings, Kuplokop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Kane, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania and had hoped that you and your kin and the Twelso might agree to facilitate the meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelt beyond the clouds. Indeed, there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. The tale of good King Moogle, he is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists, given how long his kin have resided in the Twelvewood. It is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come tramping through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us then. Just to try and stop me, I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Twelvewood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gravania. What the hell? My lady, are you certain? Are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the science of the seventh dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. But how is that gonna help? Is this not just? I mean, I just don't get how she helps. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seeds here. We will be honored by your presence. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Seer's guide on the journey back to Sohm. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seer personal guard to escort us. And see, now it's just like a lot of people coming, and I mean, the Moogles are scared of people, right? I mean, why should they be like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing, you know? I mean, wouldn't they probably be even more scared if there are suddenly way more people than just one Moogle that we have with us? I mean, I don't know, but that plan doesn't make sense to me, somehow. It sounds like a bad plan to be honest. But it is what it is, right? Can't have it all. Sup, Estinian? Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. Well, blinking is kind of hard without eyes, no? The Elder Seer herself answers your call, then there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Laura. We have a whole army here. How are they gonna be like, oh, that seems like a safe space? Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravanians. It would seem the dragons have abandoned Sohm for the churning mists. Elder Seer, may I present to you Sir Estinian Ishgard Sasur Dragoon? It is an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us, even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. But see, that's exactly what I mean. Like, they're just gonna be more scared when there are suddenly that many people. This should serve. When you imagine you're in a hole hiding for safety, then first like 3 people, 4 people show up. Then they leave, one of them just stays there, and then suddenly it's like 10 people. Like, really? They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them. I am Kanisena. My companions and I have braved the long road from the 12th wood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. No. Oh, such gentle and pleasing glow. Hey. Damn, the chair looks comfy, man. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Damn, he's a big boy. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I'm Kuplo Korp, ambassador of the 12th Moogles. A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kuplo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch. In their eagerness to make your acquaintance, full well can I imagine your weariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh of on a thousand winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions have craved an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kanesena. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, we hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Thok. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Now just a moment, Chieftain. Lura here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She's a champion of the 12th Wood Moogles, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust to strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Macomb. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Alright, so I guess I'll earn their trust, and I will see you guys when we did that. Bye bye. Alright, we finished running around for the Mogs, or Moogles, and now let's see what the king has to say, or the chieftain, I guess. Dora, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Mogan, Mokmok, and Mogwin. Oh yeah, he also had an issue with my name, because it doesn't have a Mog in there. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, gather your friends before me now, so that I need to not repeat myself needlessly. Let me collect my friends! Alright, now that I collected all my friends and had to talk to every single one of them separately and they were super spread out, I am so not pissed. Let's talk to the chieftain. For sure, there are no voice lines, am I right? Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. Oh, I'm glad we were of help. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. Okay, at least something. It's not like we're trying to, you know, hold off a war or something like that. We got time to do their trivial tasks. Like I had to find a painted stone and stuff like that. And pick some flowers. Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. Oh, that bitch. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparations needed to be made, and what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do? I agree, Estinian. Oh dear, the horn. Bring out the horn quickly now. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Morgan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hraesvelgr. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. The whole old worm isn't terribly fond of... Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain that Hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. I mean, she knows him, right? Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, we have squandered enough time already. True, though. Why is she always mad? Like, does she want the war to continue? Oh my god. Like... I mean, I thought she was cool, but her... Oh, man. I mean, she's just hating on Estinian. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality, though we must soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Is it just me, or does her necklace always look like a upside-down unicorn? Like, here's the nose, the eyes, here's the horn, those are little ears. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, please. Of course, visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moogles your home amongst the clouds. Amazing. Man. Thanks for the help. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. It wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaning, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place, and he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well. I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you? If not, Effino's looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. I'm so ready to leave. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seetsier and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gravania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Lura, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. This we who should be thankful, Elder Seetsier. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And it was your presence, Kublakop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kin's Moogles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedsir. We too must be on our way. Hraesvelgr awaits. I love that they never feel like they're in a hurry. Warrior Flight, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Man, why is everyone hating on Estinian? Like, leave him alone, man. He's the only one that actually focuses. But yeah, let's go. And obviously they have to send us off here too. If you said your goodbyes and wept away your tears, then we are indeed ready to go. Is he gonna show us the way? As Chieftain Moglen already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing. Alright, see you guys there. Right, we made it a bit further. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece. I wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Yeah, there were a few dragons waiting for us on the way. We had to fight them. Whoa, that's quite an upgrade. It looks cool, but I like the other one. I looked so hot, man. We may have a small problem. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Once again, no sense of hurry at all. Right, here we are. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe the campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurfus. Clear our minds. This Master Elfino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Oh god. Follow him, Laura, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Alright, let's see. Alright. We watched over Elfino while he was collecting wood. I guess now we're gonna try and get some food. Wow. Is that enough for a fire? Don't we need way more to keep a fire for a while? Looks nice. Aww. Few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. This value instructed me so patiently then, but yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Isael with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and alongside my twin became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance that the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions. In the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Afno. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Thok killed my family and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Thok myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Good night. Alright, but I guess with that I will end this episode and we will continue tomorrow with the story. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, obviously leave a like or let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, obviously subscribe if you want to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thank you so much and bye bye.